Hello friends, and not yet friends. Welcome back to another What I Ate Wednesday, the show where I share all my tasty vegan eats in a day. And friends, this was the best food day in a long time, thanks to high protein make-ahead meals brought to you by Thrive Market, who I am super happy to be partnering with again. If you watched my last video with them, you know I love them because they're good people doing good things. But you'll love them because Thrive Market is the best online store to get your vegan goodies and health food products because they cut out the middleman, and that way members get them premium products for 25 to 50% less than regular retail, and they ship straight to your door. So check them out. We've got a linky below for up to $60 in free groceries, free shipping, and a 30-day free trial membership. US only though, so sorry my fellow non-American residents. For the rest of us, let us just drown our sorrows in these decadent almond mocha donuts for breakfast. They look and taste really rich and indulgent with that chocolatey mocha glaze, but actually, they're full of protein and free of refined sugar and fats. Gluten-free, optional. Start in a good-sized bowl, combine the dry ingredients. I'm using regular all-purpose flour, but you can use an all-purpose gluten-free mix if you like. For extra protein, I'm adding a scoop of chocolate protein powder. And then 2 tablespoons of cocoa. And instant espresso powder. Baking powder will help these rise, as well as baking soda, which will react with the coffee. Whisk that together so everything is well combined and will go on to the wet ingredients. In a blender, combine warm water along with soft pitted dates, which will sweeten the donuts, and add a bit of fiber without using any refined sugar. Then I'll add Thrive Market's own brand of creamy almond butter. It's the good stuff, made with just roasted almonds. Then a little bit of vanilla extract and a pinch of sea salt. Blend that until all the dates have broken down and it's as smooth as you have patience for. Then add the wet to the dry and fold together gently. I really recommend using a spatula so you can fold the ingredients together easily, getting every bit from the sides of the bowl so it all comes together without any wet streaks or clumps of dry flour, but without over mixing. If you're using gluten-free flour, you don't have to be so gentle, just mix to your heart's content. But if you're using flour with gluten like I am, just remember less is more when it comes to that mixing action. Even though this donut pan is non-stick, I still like to lightly grease it so the donuts will definitely come out perfectly. I've put the batter in a plastic bag and snipped off the end so I can pipe it in neatly. This batter is just too thick to spoon it in easily. Then bake in your hot oven for 25 to 30 minutes. Meanwhile, let's make the frosting. Blend some more dates with hot water until it's as smooth as you have patience for. The smoother the better, but guys, I wasn't so patient. Then mix in all the other ingredients. Again, Thrive Market's own creamy almond butter, vanilla extract, cocoa powder, and instant espresso powder. Mix that until it's smooth. You may be asking, Mary, why didn't you blend everything together in the first place? The answer is, I got no good answer. When you're making this, do yourself a favor and just put everything in the blender. After the donuts are done, let them cool down. You'll be exercising your willpower muscles because they will smell so amazing. When they're cool, dip them in one by one. There's plenty of frosting, so dunk them well. I'm laying them on a parchment-lined freezer-safe dish because I have no willpower and will eat them straight away if I don't freeze them immediately. But I will eat one now. just so you can see that fudgy, cakey interior. Oh, the things I do for you. So delicious. Chocolatey mocha goodness. These donuts will wake you right up, slay hunger, and keep you full with that extra protein. They do have this little slight protein powder taste, but I feel like it totally works anyways. You guys know I've been super into sushi lately, but I hate soggy nori, so there's no way I'd prep ahead sushi. Sushi bowls, on the other hand, totally doable. With white sushi rice from Thrive Market, which I'm loving. You can use other grains too if you want. This is your sushi bowl, remember, and there are no rules. I'm also adding about the same amount of red lentils to boost the protein content of the meal. Add 2 cups of water or however much water is needed for your particular grains. Put that on the stove and turn the heat to high. In about 5 to 7 minutes, the water will start to boil, bubbling steadily but not at a full boil yet. Turn the heat down to low and cover the pot. You can leave that for 20 minutes to cook. While your grains cook, prep the toppings. I'm making a deconstructed California roll type bowl, so for the crab replacement, I'm using my favorite smoked tofu. Grating makes these thin, tender pieces more like crab meat than if I was to chop this. I think maybe a food processor would also work. I'm mixing it with aquafaba mayo, which you've seen me make before. Also adding a bit of sesame oil because I just love that toasty flavor. Some chopped scallion, and a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. Then let this sit in the fridge so the flavors can all mingle together and get to know each other. Then chop up some cucumber. Cucumber doesn't freeze well though, so keep it out of any meals you want to freeze later. I'm going to make 2 sushi bowls to have fresh and 2 frozen, so for the freezer meals, I'm using corn instead. Slice or chop your avocado. This avocado is overripe and there's a bunch of brown bits that put me off, so I just scrape them away. But I've seen other YouTubers just go ahead and eat those parts. What do you do with brown avocado? Eat it or scrape it? Adding lemon juice to keep it from browning. And put that in the fridge too. Since we're not eating these meals right away, it's even more important than usual to follow food safety guidelines and keep moist foods out of the danger zone. When your rice is cooked, you can season it. I'll transfer it to a large dish to make things easier. I'm using the usual combo of rice vinegar, salt, and sugar, but of course you can season your sushi rice how you like. Fold the rice gently to distribute the flavors while not squishing the grains too much. Usually I'll let it cool a little, then put it in the fridge to get cold, but since my fridge is pretty full today and it's a super cold day, I'll just let the Arctic air do the work naturally. While that's cooling, I'll make the last topping. I'm using this top quality nori from Thrive Market. This may be a little extra, but I like to brush it with a little sesame oil. Then sprinkle on some salt. And bake in a preheated 350-degree oven for 5 minutes, and this makes the nori even crisper than before. Let them cool a couple of minutes, and then you can cut them up into strips as thick or thin as you like. They make great snacks too. Just like the ones you can buy in little packages really, but this is fun and there's less packaging going into the garbage, so thumbs up for eco-friendliness. Divide the cooled rice into containers and then you can just add your toppings. For the final touch, some wasabi mayo. Literally, I just mixed mayo with some wasabi paste. And red chili flakes because I'm out of sriracha. I know, it's a travesty. I'm not adding the nori strips to all the containers because then they just go soggy. Instead, store them in an airtight container and add them when you're ready to eat. These will stay good in the fridge for up to 3 days. And if you didn't add cucumber, you can freeze them for up to 2 months. And this one I'm having for lunch. so delicious. It really tastes like I'm having a California roll. And I love the texture the lentils add. I know it doesn't look like such a big serving on camera, but with all these lentils, this bowl, it's so filling. So good. Frankly, my dears, you should make this ASAP. For my afternoon snack, I've been going for fruit lately. Freeze-dried fruit is my favorite, but it's usually super pricey. I am just loving these freeze-dried strawberries from Thrive Market. They have the best price for these I have seen anywhere. Real, tart, sweet, fragrant strawberries with a satisfying crunch. You might be tempted to eat the whole bag in one sitting, which would be totally fine, but I love adding these to trail mix. In this jar, I've got some granola bar bits at the bottom, and some almonds to top things off, and that goes in my gym bag. I also love them on vegan yogurt too. This is the Daiya strawberry yogurt, which I quite like, as long as it also has granola bits and freeze-dried strawberry on top too. It's really sweet though, so sort of like dessert. Before dessert though, let's be responsible adults and have a nutritious dinner. Another one from the freezer, cheddar butter chicken, no butter, no chicken, and creamy coconut ginger spinach on coconut turmeric rice. A familiar sight on What I Ate Wednesdays, but this time I'll actually show you everything I did, rewinding to last week when I made these. First, cut up 2 blocks of extra firm tofu and dump in your air fryer or spread them out on parchment-lined baking sheet to air fry or bake. This is an extra step for the cheddar butter chicken so the tofu gets nice and crisp on the outside and stands up to the sauce better, but not totally necessary. It's nice though. While that's going on, start on your coconut turmeric rice. I used brown rice along with red lentils for the base. After rinsing and draining your rice and lentils, add turmeric and a bit of coconut cream. I'm using Thrive Market's own brand of coconut cream, which is extra thick. Then add water. Once the water starts to boil, and not a full boil, but just steadily bubbling, turn the heat to low and cover it. This is the tricky bit of cooking rice on the stove, that timing. Much easier if you have a rice cooker, but either way, leave it alone. It'll take about 35 to 45 minutes to cook. Meanwhile, time to make cheddar butter chicken. You've seen me make this before, but let's go over it again super quick. First, saute about 1.5 cups of minced onions. About 6 to 7 minutes. We want those onions cooked, glossy looking, and just about to turn golden. Then add half the butter chicken masala mix, the baked or air fried tofu, and the rest of the masala. Why in 2 parts? Just the way my hands decided to do things today. Sometimes I don't have a reason, friends, and this is one of those times. Then add the rest of the ingredients, crushed tomatoes, and mushroom broth. You can also use regular vegetable broth if you like, or even water if you don't have broth handy. You just might have to add salt at the end. Let that come to a simmer. Turn the heat to low, cover, and let's make those greens super quick too. In a pan, heat up some cooking oil over medium-high heat. When it's hot, add finely minced ginger and crushed garlic. Push it into the oil to get it fragrant. After a few seconds, add chopped scallion. Stir fry that for just like a minute so the aromas can come out and the scallion turns bright green. Then turn the heat down to medium and then add your spinach. I'm using 2 300-gram packages of frozen spinach that have been thawed, rinsed, drained, and squeezed dry. Add some of that Thrive Market brand coconut cream and strong mushroom or vegetable broth. Together, the cream and broth will give the spinach dish the right texture and flavor. Give it a taste and add more broth or cream if you like. A bit of lemon juice would also be excellent to brighten things up. By now, your cheddar butter chicken should be done, your rice should be cooked, and you'll be ready to eat whether or not you were hungry to begin with, because it'll smell flipping amazing. Or if you're freezing these meals like I did, wait till it's cooled down a little bit, then portion it out. These recipes will make between 6 and 8 servings, which will keep nicely in the freezer for up to 2 months. And now we have lots of meals for all the times we're too pressed for time, low on energy, or just too darn lazy to deal with cooking. You don't have to have a great big meal prep day. Just choose 1 or 2 things to make while you're cooking anyways, and freeze those extra portions. Which recipe was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget, you can get up to $60 in free groceries from Thrive Market. That's $15 off each of your first 4 orders, plus free shipping and your 30-day trial membership just by clicking the link below. For the rest of us non-US residents, let us be grateful for the scrumptious make-ahead meals Thrive Market helped me to create and eat our cozy curry freezer meals, and sushi bowls, and almond mocha protein donuts. And hit the like button and leave a request for the recipe you most want to see on this channel next. Or leave a super nice random comment just to demonstrate how super nice you are. Not that I need proof, because you guys are the best. I don't think I tell you enough. Thank you so much for watching, my friends, and bye for now.